What is up, YouTube? It is Baseball Nerd back with another MLB The Show video. Today's video is going over your My Ball Player, your cap, whatever you want to call it. It's now linked with Road to the Show and Diamond Dynasty. It's slightly confusing, so I wanted to make a video on it. I'm going to start my No Money Spent series, posting episodes of how to build up a No Money Spent squad, so it's gonna hopefully help you guys out with that. This is a pivotal part of that series, so I wanted to make this video first so you guys have a good idea of how to make this player and upgrade him and stuff before we get into the No Money Spent and I just say, oh yeah, go make your ball player, and then you guys have no idea what to do, because it's kind of confusing this year. It's not as straightforward as in years past. There's not a special tab for it. You're not really sure how to get the position right from what I've seen of a lot of people. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If it does, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and come back for more content. But let's get right into this. Alright guys, I exited out to the Diamond Dynasty homepage and I took away my webcam so you guys can see the full screen throughout this process of building our My Ball Player. So first things first, to get to them through Diamond Dynasty, you can get to them through Road to the Show as well, but through Diamond Dynasty you go up here to your little icon next to your PlayStation or Xbox name, and it pulls up this. This is Walter. This is my Road to the Show or My Ball Player, and you're going to see a new series coming out with him as well. It's going to be really fun. If you've ever seen The Big Lebowski, this is Walter from The Big Lebowski. But getting into our loadout, you click on your loadout, and this is where you come to set up most of the stuff that pertains to Diamond Dynasty. First things first, clicking what kind of archetype player you want. This is where you pick your position. This archetype, slick fielding. The preferred positions are catcher, first, second, third, short, left, center, right. It's any position on the field. It's just your fielding archetype. This one is Spark Plug, which is primarily a second baseman. As you see up above it, above the 59 overall is the second base. That's its primary position, but you can play any of the other secondary positions. Speedster can be a center fielder, short, second, or left and right. So it's an outfielder or a middle infielder. If you go through here, you can kind of see the primary position, starting pitcher. This is a reliever. This is another reliever that just throws hard. So the pitchers they kind of have to stick in their own lane, either a starter or a reliever. But as far as the hitters and the position players go, this guy, the slugger, can be your first, third, can be a corner infielder, corner outfielder, or a catcher basically, but its primary is a first baseman. So you can kind of see how that goes. I wanted to make a catcher because I feel that catching is probably the weakest position right now, so I wanted to build him up here. And he can also play second in this archetype, and that's also another position I might use him at. So then coming down here, you pick your two secondaries. I went with power and contact. You can pick speed. Obviously I don't want break or pitching control because he's not a pitcher, he's a catcher. So speed, fielding, power, contact, that's kind of what you want to go for. You come over here to your player. You can also go up here to your player card, click on that, and you can see his attributes are super low. And I know what you're thinking, man. If you want a guy that's no money spent, that's going to be a good, really good player at the beginning of the year on your team, why does this guy have 30s everywhere? Just wait, stick with me, we can beef him up, don't you worry about it. So looking here, you can see all these equipments around him, his elbow guard, fielding glove, leg guard, cleats, bat grip, all this stuff. Basically, there's two ways to upgrade our ball player, and this is one of the ways. Equipment's huge. If you come in here and you're just looking at some of these bats, this came, I believe, with the Jackie Robinson or the digital deluxe version. This adds 8 power and 8 contact to our player already. I don't have a lot of equipment yet, but it does cost a little bit of stubs, but they're really easy ways to get a lot of improvements on your guy right off the bat. The other way is through playing with him, and the way to view this is if you come back over here to your archetype over here where I have slick fielding. If you press square, it says view program. The program here is how you earn points to upgrade your ball player. So you see this whole path here of packs and different stuff. It ends with this archetype right here. It gives your overall, your speedy slickster, your slugging slickster, or your sparking slickster. It's just basically upgrades throughout this whole thing to your player. You even get equipment like we just talked about and a little bit of stubs. But how to do this is right here. The tasks you have to do are Road to the Show missions, which is 24 plate appearances, assist, putouts. These things are not very hard to get. These are obviously defensive, putouts, and assist. And the 24 plate appearances, the top 3 here are repeatable. The 24 plate appearances, 15 assists, and 15 putouts are repeatable. You just keep stacking these up as you play on Road to the Show. These ones down here, though, are just progress. So once you get them, you're not going to get the rewards for them again, but you got to do them to get them done. So it's not too bad, and especially if you like to play Road to the Show, it's a fun way to get some extra grindage for Diamond Dynasty. But if you're just going to stick on Diamond Dynasty with your ball player, you come in here, and there's a lot of other things you could do. These can be on ranked. events, or just against the CPU on Conquest, and Conquest is going to be a big part of grinding this guy out for me. Stay tuned for the No Money Spent episode for that. But basically, you just got to play innings, you got to get assists, putouts, kind of like the other missions for Road to the Show. You just got to kind of play with him, and it's going to get, give you guys 3 points to this for most of these, 5, 10, 10, 20. It's going to be big rewards here to get him upgraded pretty quickly. So equipment and playing with your guy is how you upgrade him. To customize him, now that we have his position and we know how to upgrade him, if you want to customize his appearance or his name like I did, you just come in here, you can come into general, you can mess with his name, his number, his height, his weight, how he throws, which hand, or how he hits. I always pick a switch hitter just so I can, hit from either side of the plate depending on if there's a lefty or righty on the mound. Physical appearance is just, the way he looks. This is actually where his height and weight is, excuse me, sorry about that. Motions and sounds, this is where you can come in and you can click animations. You can click his throwing animation or his batting stance. I went with Prince Fielder for my guy. There's a lot of good batting stances you can use to see which one you like. A lot of glitchy swings, Alberto Mondesi, Jorge Soler, Yohan Moncada. We all know the glitchy BR guys. There's some really good swings in the game for sure. And then equipment like we've talked about. But that is how you customize your guy. That is how you pick your position. Those are the 2 ways to upgrade him. Now let's go see how you can throw him in your team and move him around the field. So we come down here to manage our squad, and as you see, I have Mercedes in at catcher. But if I click to sub him out, there is Walter right there waiting in the wings. I click on him. I click the active loadout I want. It brings him out here, and you can see, as we said, we added that 8+ contact, 8+ power to him, because when you click on triangle and you look at his attributes, it's still 30s overall. But when I click out here, right above him where it has his little 65 overall and the circle of his attributes, you can see his contact and power and against both lefties and righties is definitely above that. And his vision, his fielding, his arm, which all comes from his archetypes, the slick fielding and the power and contact I attributed to him, help increase all of those. So he's playing a little bit above his stats, and as I play more games with him, he's going to get even better. But to see how he can be moved, it's really easy. If you just move him here, clicking square, you can move him to any of those secondary positions, like I said, which for the archetype we picked, I believe is almost every position he can play. Center, second, first. Yes, so as you saw, he could play any position. You just got to move him around there. Not too hard. My whole team is out of position now. But this shows you guys how to use your ball player, how to get him in your lineup, how to change his position, how to upgrade him. So now you guys will be ready when my No Money Spent episode comes out, and you can get your ball player to help start beefing up your team for very, very cheap. Well, guys, I hope this was helpful in showing you guys how to do this for your ball player. I saw a lot of people going back and forth on Twitter and different things, trying to figure out how to figure this out, how to get his position, how to create a certain guy for a certain position, all this stuff. It was kind of confusing, and then the Road to the Show mixed with Diamond Dynasty, not knowing where to find the program at. It's all a little different from the years past, so I hope this helps out for Xbox and PlayStation players alike. And then, like I said, guys, No Money Spent coming out very soon with tons of tips and tricks to get your squad going with no money into the game, all on our own. And this is one of the best ways to start grinding out a good player for your team in a weaker spot. I hope to see you guys back for more. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.